Hello students and families. This is a video to show you a translator that you can use online to help you with your Spanish homework or also to help you with your ESL homework. So what you can do is you can type in wordreference.com or Google word reference and it will bring you to the website. Here in the search bar you can type any word that you are looking for. If you are trying to find an expression, it is more helpful to type in one word, the most important word in the sentence, and then look up that word. So if we want to look up the verb speak, we would type speak here, and then we would see that we want to go from English to Spanish, which is correct, and we can click search. And when we click search, then we will see all of the different ways that we can translate speak from English to Spanish. We can also see that they have additional translations, so express oneself would be expresarse. We also see that often they have an example sentence in English and then they translate it in Spanish. So students can see how are they using that word in a sentence. If you keep scrolling down, you also see compound forms. And in the compound forms, they have common expressions using that word. For example, speak for yourself would be hablar por ti. Speak freely, hablar libremente. We can also see, and which is important for students to remember, that sometimes in English we would have one or two or three words, and in Spanish they might have a different number of words. For example, to say speak out about would be dar su opinión acerca de, so there's a few more words in there. Or to speak out against in English would be only denunciar in Spanish. So that's great for students to see that sometimes there's not always a one word to one word correlation when we are going between languages. Also with verbs we can go and we're actually going to look up this verb in Spanish, so we'll type in hablar in the search bar. And then we'll change the language from Spanish to English and we'll click search. And this is a great tool for students to use when they are doing their homework. They can click on the conjugator, the conjugator, and they will see all of the different tenses in Spanish so that when they are doing their homework they can check their work. They can also see here the different connections between the tenses. And they'll see with hablar, it is a regular verb, so the endings are common endings that they would find in any AR verbs. They can also go back up to the search bar and type in another verb. So if we want to check on another AR verb, we could type in llegar. And we'll see here that it does say Spanish conjugation again. So when we search, we will see the conjugation here. And we can see that llegar also has the same type of endings that hablar does. And those are good connections for the students to make, and they can see again all of the different tenses in Spanish. To go back to search for a word, we can click on the top at wordreference.com and it will take us back to the home page. So here, if we would like to type in the word miss, we can, and then we'll have to go back to English to Spanish. And when we're here, we can see all of the different options for miss. And as we're scrolling here, we'll see again that these are the different countries in which they would use these expressions. So in Spain, they would say echar de menos, and in Latin America, that's what AML stands for, they would use the verb extrañar. But if you keep scrolling, we'll see lots of different expressions for miss. We'll end up down here at the forum discussions, and down here people have posted expressions or sentences that they would like translations for. So if you wanted to ask and see what people thought, did you miss me, how that would be translated, you could click on that, and you'll see the beginning post is about someone asking for help with translating, and as you scroll down, you'll see different people's opinion of how to translate it. And when you're going through this, I would suggest that you read through all of the different options to see what different people are saying, because sometimes they will explain in which context in which you should use the expression. And it can be a really helpful tool for students as they're trying to find some expressions that are not always common and they are more than one word. So this is just a great tool to use at home to check your homework, or for students to be just checking to see different conjugations and different expressions in Spanish. So if you have any questions about your homework or about this website, please feel free to stop by my office at any time, and I will be there to help you. Thank you.